Hello, Aries, and thank you for taking the time to listen to this message. This is a collective message for the month, an overview of the month of September. So we have the first card that's popping up, and that is Peacock, Raise Your Standards. So this feels to me already like this is going to be a month of enhancement. I've done 12 readings, and this is the second time this has come out. If you have any placements, and I think it was Taurus had this as well at the bottom of the deck. This talks about the 7 deadly sins, humanity's destructive traits. So I kind of feel in this reading specific that there is something you are aware of that is just a toxic, whether it be people, places, things, mindset, belief systems. It feels like it's something like that where you're no longer feeding that enemy. You're no longer feeding that energy of that low vibration, right? Guilt could be one of those things, right? Like manipulation could be another, whatever this is. And even if it's energies that you're dealing with, it's like you're recognizing like this is done, this is over, this no longer aligns with the ascension that I am at, right? Like this is like having those boundaries, enforcing those boundaries, demanding that respect, that sort of thing, or cutting it out, cutting this stuff off. Let me see what's underneath it. Letting go. This was underneath the same one too. Archangel Gabriel, messenger of creativity and hope. So I feel like this is talking about hope for you. Don't give up hope. Don't lose hope about the things that are happening. And look, choices make better choices. I do feel like this is about a choice to raise your standards and release and let go of some things that are just not serving you well, right? And it's okay to raise your standards. All right, so let's see what energies want to come out for you, Aries. What energies want to come out? First card that comes up is the World. That was closing out a cycle. I did want to say something because it feels like it, you know, like I said, them 2 cards right there, that wasn't the card in the Taurus. But Taurus for Aries is second house, right? So this could be something to do with your job or your career or the money you make from the job that you earn, that sort of thing. You could really be recognizing something that's toxic within that situation and knowing you have to let that go, right? And make choices that are best for you. So let's keep going. There's the World card. This talks about a cycle ending. Something is closing out. There is some sort of completion that is going on. 9 of Waters. This is the wish fulfillment card, a minor wish fulfillment. I do feel like there's a hidden gem. Like I look at this and I see that diamond, right? It may not look like a diamond to you, but it does look like a diamond to me. And all of these jewels, right? I feel there's a lot of undiscovered blessings that are coming in as a result of you raising your standards and closing out some cycles. There are some pretty big power planets that have just left your sign and gone into Pisces. Saturn is already into Pisces now, which is your 12th house, and that does talk about hidden enemies and closing out cycles and trusting your intuition. We also have the ruling planet of Pisces that is still in your house. It's in the house of Aries at 1 degree. So there could feel, or you could be, I kind of feel breaking through the confusion, like gaining clarity, seeing through the fog is what it's making me feel like. Next card that shows up is the 7 of Fire. And this definitely talks about overcoming some challenges, see that horse that's sitting, well, it's a unicorn really, standing on the top of the mountain. It's like having made this tough climb, ride, whatever, journey, and they managed to get to the top of the mountain. There's the Queen of Water, trusting intuition. Strong intuition pulls, I feel, right now, but that's not surprising. Not surprising at all. So let's keep going. closing out a cycle, making it to the top of that mountain, raising your standards. A lot of raising, right? Like I'm feeling like there's an elevation, a pretty significant elevation, and I just feel like the lower vibrational energy cannot maintain or sustain in them higher elevations, and that's what you got to like release and let go of. 2 cards came out, the 9 of Earth and the King of Air. So let's talk about the 9 of Earth first. We already look, Judgment on the bottom of the deck. We did already see the 9 of Cups, and that talks about an emotional wish fulfillment. The 9 of Earth talks about independently succeeding in the material world. There will be, you know, all this person needs is that 1 pentacle, which I'm feeling like you'll know what that is. That right job opportunity, that right partner, that right place, right time, and that's your Ace of Pentacles, and bringing it to a 10 of Pentacles. So this is definitely an ascension. Like even when I'm looking at all of this, right? And I like the energy I see other than that, but that to me just feels like recognition and acceptance of some toxic energies or people, places, things that need to go. Like there's judgment being called. I feel you've called judgment. I feel like there is judgment from the higher realms as well. Underneath this is the Hierophant. So you can, 5s talk about challenges that bring about change. And I feel you are blessed throughout over the process of going through this challenge and being the catalyst to create the change. I feel like there is something very significant about that. You'll know how that resonates. Look at bottom of the deck, the World card. Right away, the World card. Again, in, you know, the world. This is a completion. This is a major cycle that is closing out to see these twice. So with the 9 of Pentacles, I feel like you are going to be reaching that pinnacle, that place of you know, whatever you deem to be successful or stabilizing in your money, your resources within your family or your relationships. There does feel to me like there is something that's abundantly, like it's in process of manifesting into the physical realm. With the King of Air, this talks about mastering a realm. And I've always, if you've watched me for any amount of time, I have always talked about the King and Queen of Air and said when you see these two come out in a reading, that is because somebody's getting ready to ascend to a master level. Like they've mastered all the realms. I feel like the swords are, and I know there's like people can talk and it's what they feel, that's what they feel. But mastering all the different realms, like mastering the financial realm or the physical realm, mastering the emotional realm, mastering the fire realm, right? To me, I feel like the King of Air or the Queen of Air and mastering the air realm is the toughest one. It's the one that literally throws them into that, you know, Emperor, Empress, that kind of energy. It takes them out of the king and queen status and brings it into a higher level, right? And I feel that way because first, it talks of, you know, the airs, when they're upright like that, talks about being honest, right? Intellectual, intelligent. It talks about being clear. It talks about being able to make decisions to like bring that sword down and cut things out, right? Toxicity, because they recognize that toxicity can crumble their whole entire empire. So it's not good for them, right? And they recognize that. And even if they have emotional connections or tethered to it in some way, they will use that sword and cut that off and not allow their kingdom, right, to crumble because of that toxicity. They're not going to do that. They'll make a head over heart decision. So with the World card, we got the Lovers. So this talks about choices, decision, can be in partnership. I see the Page of Wands here. I do feel like this is news or information that's going to be coming in quickly. Could be in regards to a choice or a decision. It can talk about partnership. It doesn't always have to. It really doesn't. It can be a choice and a decision between a job opportunity, a new home location. It can be any kinds of things, but whatever it's talking about, it's a major life choice and bringing about a major life change. And there's the Temperance Angel, 2 major arcana cards right in a, wow, 2 major arcana cards clarifying the World card, which is a major arcana card. So this choice and decision is about closing out something and bringing balance into a situation, into a life, into your world, right? Raising your standards again. Queen of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. So this is about having the strength, courage, and confidence to bring the balance. However, I feel this balance is coming in. I feel that Judgment is bringing that balance anyways. But any way that I'm looking at this, I do feel like with this Temperance Angel, this is an angel. See the wings and everything. This Temperance Angel, there is angelic support and guidance that is around you during this time while you're releasing and surrendering and closing out this old toxic cycle. So the 7 of Fire right there is clarified by the Tower. I did feel it. I called it with this one. I said, I feel like there's divine intervention. And I kind of feel like there has been something that has been connected that has really trying to interfere, like refuse to be closed out or something like that. I just feel like there's been something that is trying to block you from reaching the top of that mountain, to ascending, right, doing all of that kind of stuff. It kind of feels like that. It feels like some sort of external thing that has been hidden in this, you know, cloaking itself in whatever way that is. And I feel like that divine intervention is going to break that down. There's judgment. Judgment in that Tower. These are not good energies, right? They're not good for people who like to lie, manipulate, keep things in the dark. Like, it's not good for that lower vibrational energy, because this is what comes in and just rocks their whole world and says, okay, you're about to get woke up, right? And I feel another thing is bringing me back to this King of Air with the him. He knows if he doesn't cut off these toxic situations, people, places, things, whatever this is, that will be him. Remember, I was just saying that before that Tower came out. That will be his empire crumbling to the ground because the enemy got their hands on it, right? And this is not happening in this that I'm seeing, because I feel for whatever reason there's angelic support, divine intervention that's taking place, and I'm seeing 1, 2, 3 in a row of major arcana cards. This is nothing to play with. And look at the bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. There's Jupiter. This is going to be larger than life. This is going to be a change that happens that brings that wheel turning in a different way. And again, it's away from the toxicity. It's away from the low vibration. That's why the standards are here. Raise your standards, establish those boundaries, enforce those boundaries. Wow. 4 major arcana cards. Wow. Ooh. Bottom of the deck, the Devil, a 5th one. You got justice, judgment, the Tower, the Lover's card, the choice, and the Temperance Angel right there. I am going to say without like any doubt in my mind, this is whatever this toxic attachment, connection, situation is, like this is being torn up and brought to the ground. This is very big energy, very big energy. Wow. Yeah, you don't see these cards show up like this unless there has been something extremely like sabotaging and deceptive and manipulated. Somebody's whole world is going to get rocked, and it is going to, like, there's a completion, there is an end, there's not going to be any rebuilding, whatever this mess is for someone. For like the person I kind of feel is up here, right? When I'm seeing that 7 of Fire, somebody who, like I said, has been on a journey, a climb, like really working their way to get to the top, doing the work, right? Who's been blocked every damn step of the way, who has still not given up fighting, and now all of it is coming to the scene. the truth and clarity is being exposed, it's being seen. This person, like I said, I felt that person getting that 10 of Pentacles. I can definitely feel that. And that person will get that 10 of Pentacles. And then all these little, whatever this external mess is that tried to stop, block, slow it down, do the most, oh, hell no. Not rolling like that. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Wow. Judgment again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards. Let me tell you something right now. This makes me feel like anybody who's got angelic support, guidance, guides, loved ones on the other side is about to rain hell down on some people who did the most. These cards do not show up like this unless there has been an extremely horrific, like, injustice done, most likely to somebody who's innocent, because that's why this is so harsh. This is not good. This is, like, I'll tell you, whatever this person has gone through, whoever this energy is going back to, I don't know if they're going to be able to take what they, like, this is somebody who comes out swinging but then can't take a punch. And I don't feel like they're just going to be taking a punch. I think they're going to get flurried. That's just just looking at these cards, knowing these are all major arcana cards, and getting the vibe of whatever was happening here was just so unnecessary and not the right thing to do. So, ooh, this, take what resonates. This doesn't have to be what's going down for you, Aries. It can be going down for somebody who's done this to you. I hope this isn't an Aries out there doing this. But anyhow, I'm going to keep going. There's the Ace of Cups. There's a fresh start. There's a new beginning. There's going to be an entire annihilation of one situation closing out where this is never being reopened again. And that fresh new beginning is happening. I felt like I would see the Ace of Pentacles come with that 9 of Pentacles, but I got the Ace of Cups. So again, it talks about a new beginning, right? And this is something very nurturing, kind, loving, secure. I see the Page of Pentacles, and look, behind him is the Ace of Pentacles. I feel news or information or that opportunity is about ready to show up for that 9 of Earth energy and be gifted. Like, I just feel something majorly life transforming is going to be bestowed on that person, while someone else, or energies that were like doing the most, like I said, to stop, block, and do all this stuff. Like, I don't like where they're going. There is the Cancer. This is Cancer. This is a Chariot card. This, whatever this energy was that is going to go through this Tower, double judgment, justice, like, you're going to be supported with this Archangel. The Archangels will be there supporting you through this process. But it feels to me like they caused a lot of confusion, like kept you going back and forth. You really, like, it makes me feel like at one point this person, whoever this is for, may have not even, like, what do I do? Where do I go? Everything felt so confusing and distorted. And it's kind of like you were yanked in 1,000 different directions. It almost feels like a collaboration of, like, let's get them running in 1,000,000 different directions all at the same time and see what happens. And then, yeah, guess what? I hope they can do what you did, because I feel like they're about ready to find out. So this Chariot does talk about movement forward. It does also give me the vibe of not allowing yourself to get pulled in too many different directions. Not to be sidetracked or distracted by everything else. Keep your eyes on the future and on the prize. Go within. Definitely seek your own. Wow, look at this. A lot of major arcana cards that are out here. So with the Hermit card right there, it is Virgo energy. This talks about going within. This talks about doing some soul searching. Maybe getting out into nature would be a really great thing for you to do. I do feel like there is something, and again, we have this full moon coming up, which I could see, like, this starting to play out in somebody's life by that full moon on the 7th of September. And then we have a new moon on the 21st of September. And that is, again, a second new moon in Virgo. So I won't be surprised to see this is where, like, you see, I see this as kind of like this world, right? You see how you see the three different worlds? Like, there is going to be like this split, and where all of this energy that's going to be having to develop or deal with all of this, right, which is not good. Like, it's like feel like they're in a whole new world. It's going to feel like you're in a whole new world as well, as you've gained a lot of wisdom, knowledge. You've really mastered something very important. And here's the blessings. You've liberated yourself and broke yourself free from whatever that toxic energy was. It's almost like it had a death grip on you, like it had a hold on you, like you were bound to it, like you couldn't figure out what the hell was going on and why is all this stuff happening. And it was an intentional whole posse, a whole group, a whole bunch of people working together to cause all of this for you. And that whole group of people could sit right in there and pay that karmic debt. Wow, Aries, this was an insane reading. I hope this serves you well. I send you peace, blessings, love, and light.